Okay. The cleanse is recommended until you have done this complete terrain modification program. It takes about 21 days to have the internal creatures like bacteria, mold, fungi, parasites, candida, etc. to shapeshift or pleomorph to a new level of existence. So does any of this make sense at all? Really? Okay, so if it makes sense about not killing anything, then terrain, your next level of understanding is really to say, I get it. We're not killing, we're going to fluid, we're going to change some of these things that in time you're going to say, this was simple. Of course, it's supposed to be. If it's hard, remember, it's got to be easy, economical, and efficient. If it's not, you can't get it. Alkalinity and liquidity from being acid and dry or dehydrated. Okay, 21. The cleanse can be. I gotta go to the next one. That's all right. Real quick, the concepts. Remember, you and we are all wanting to upgrade our energy, vibration, and consciousness. The hydrated live liquids are the easiest way to raise up the vibration and tune of the body. As you raise this up, everything just falls out of you. It's very simple. You raise your tune up, all those creatures live in the lower tunes, they can't attach to you, and they leave you. They're only living in attachment of electricity. If you raise your tune up and they can't handle the music, then they just leave you. Or they have to terrain modify themselves to the new you, which means these microbes now are your saviors instead of actually your killers or demise. They're your nemesis at the lower levels because you're acid. And you've only made them your nemesis is because of your ignorance. It doesn't matter. So what you do is you change the level of ignorance, because it doesn't mean you're stupid, it just means you didn't know. And what you're doing is you're fulfilling a transmutational change, which is very simple. So the concept is the body is 18 gallons of salt water, and it's salt water too. So quit drinking fresh water, everybody. Put a drop or two of Soleil salt in, get the conductivity back. A drop or two of magnesium in, get the conductivity back. You don't drink dead water. It's very important to stay hydrated and exercise daily, even if it's walking a mile 5 times a week. If you don't increase your neural nets and stretch them out, regeneration can't occur. Remember, the only reason why you get degeneration is because your nerves have shrank. All your nervous system is shrinking. So how do you think you expand your nervous system? You got to stretch it out. You got to reach out, and exercise is how you reach it. Spending time in nature is also very essential if you want to get healthy. And barefoot walking, if you can, 3 days a week, is very smart. Don't forget the sun. We all need D3 and other photonic chemical nutrients from the sun. The research is out that you do need the sun, and without it, regeneration of health are greatly compromised. Greatly. Skin cleaning is one of the most important terrain modifications we are going to perform. Opening up the pore and letting out the toxic chemical pesticides, heavy metals, plastics, etc. via the lymphatic system, which is the largest filter of the body. When this organ gets clogged, it is the beginning of an internal disaster. Let me read that one again. It is the beginning of an internal disaster when the lymph system gets plugged. Very simple. So once we understand that the internal disaster building up after accumulating billions and billions of particles of all sorts of debris found in our foods, drinks, air we breathe, and a variety of household and personal care items, that we need to be upgraded to stop the flow of these insidious poisons that are pretty much everywhere. So all you or we can do is be aware of the toxicities and negotiate them reasonably and logically. This is the way of the ESP Wholesale Club and the ESP network community. It's where you can actually go talk to other people, and everybody's just wanting the same thing you do. And somebody else finds something, it'd be interesting for you to be able to find that out and see if it works for you. It's pretty simple. This is the way ESP to be able to find the best organic, raw, vegan, heirloom superfoods and energetic fluids. Detoxification and other special products are all at large discounts. Okay, so we know disease is the number one cause of disease on the planet, dehydration. Number one. Yes. Number one cause of disease on the planet is dehydration. 10 to 12 glasses of electrolyte water. Magnesium sulfate crystal water. That's so we were talking about. Okay, beginners, like I said, you replace 1 meal, intermediate, replace 2 meals, advanced, replace 3 meals. Try to replace all your liquids from your diet. Remove all your liquids from your diet, except for the recommended intake of hydrating and detoxification liquids that we want to show you. 4 different liquids, remember? Lemon, cayenne, the blue-green algae after you mature it for a day and a half in the refrigerator. Mature the hibiscus flower with chia. and the alkalinity, the alkalized water, or called the crystal water. This is the stuff that will come out of you. This is fecal tar. These are real. Everybody has it. So if you have a little bit of extension in your stomach, remember, I don't care if let's say you're 100 pounds overweight, 100 pounds. You would think that your skin would be this thick, but it's not. I used to work at the hospital there, and we used to do a lot of cuts. And I don't care how big you are, the stomach is on the fattest, biggest person is only this much adipose tissue. What is underneath all of that is intestinal plaque. John Wayne had over 35 pounds of that on his autopsy. You ever heard of that? Mm-hmm. 35 pounds of what? Tar. And it's clogging up all black mold. Did he have leaky gut syndrome? He probably died of it. That's how everybody dies. They get sick. Your immune system dies down, and then you die of a secondary disease, which you call cancer. If your immune system's strong, it's like lasers. I have one laser gun in here, and you guys are wimpy bacteria. You're out of here. And if my immune system goes down, I got a pea shooter now. And I hit him in the head, and he just gets pissed at me, and he jumps at me. Versus my laser cut them all in half. So the immune system either uses a pea shooter, uses a BB gun, or actually has a laser, and it's very powerful. Let's go to the next one there. Yeah. We're done. So this is, really in a nutshell, this is really easy to change. It's just actually grasping the ideas. It's grasping the knowledge a little bit, just to be able to really say, I feel that this is what now I'm going to do. What would be wrong with remineralizing your body? What would be wrong with rehydrating your body? What would be wrong with taking out, not the chemicals out of your body, but stop putting them in? What would be wrong with doing any of these things? Remember, this is a clinical study of you. What happens to you and I and all of us when we clean our act up? I know what happens.
Clear thinking, more energy.
Yeah. You get healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise, and after that, you want to get consciousness. But until, that's why the group, carbon-based to crystalline, is a very small group, because in order to be able to actually play that, you have to be healthy, wealthy. Wealthy is not money, it's having information. And healthy, wealthy, happy. Happy means you're not toxic, because if you're toxic, you're not happy. You can't be. And when you're healthy, wealthy, happy, you become wise. And then all you can do is work on consciousness, because there's nothing else to do. So if you're healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise, your internal sustainability system breeds, it commands the external side to become sustainable. So that's it. We're all done. So.